He was so sick when we got them. They both were. I think that shelter was in over their head because they told us on the phone. They said, we just started taking in kittens. And then she was like, they seem to, kittens are pretty, they take care of themselves or whatever. Like they pick up on things fast. They're starting to eat wet food. Saying other things like they're clearly caring for the kittens and care for them. Like they care about them as well as they were in their care. But you could tell that they was in over their head. And she admitted, she was like, we're not used to kittens. Like we're kind of learning on the fly here. So I understood why they came sick because they were sick. But my babies, he Garfelito, that boy, he had like constant diarrhea, and he had no control over like avoiding stepping in it because he was just learning how to use the litter box. And when we got him, he couldn't open his eyes. My pobrecito. And now he's a bully. But for real, he had what's it called? They had parasites. He had mad parasites, and so he was like real lethargic as a kitten. Like he was like didn't really move around. Like didn't have like he. And then you see him start to play, and I'm like, oh my pobrecito, he's starting to get better. But he was like taking so long to like even that he would like lose energy quickly because I guess the parasites were really messing with him. Um, and so by the time, damn, I suck at this. By the time he was like fully like cured of it all and was like healthy, by the time he was healthy and by the time we got him like a probiotic based kitten food where like his intestines would kind of recover faster or like faster than they would have just off the antibiotics. um by the time he recovered, you know she was so confident at being a kitten, he was kind of learning from her, watching her. And then now she had a play buddy instead of just playing by herself all the time. And it was beautiful. I was very excited and happy for him. But my goodness, how quickly he like once he got his confidence, he started bullying her for different toys. So toys that she used to play with all the time, where now she would never touch it. That was his toy only. And I'm like, yo, okay, well she's playing with this, so I guess she's fine with it. But I didn't really put two and two together at first until I saw him do it again a couple more times. I'm like, oh man, I gotta find a way to stop this. Because with catnip, he's like that. I gotta figure out ways to get him away from it. And with wet food, he was like that. And those were the times I was like, yeah, now I can tell that he's a bully. He has bully tendencies. And yeah, now I'm kind of getting her confidence back up, which I'm very happy about. And he might be eating a little too much because I've been putting more food out so she can eat comfortably without feeling like he's always hovering over her. Which he still like checks and stuff, but I think that's just like cats are, you know, designed to kind of fend for themselves. So I don't know if that's really a problem that she looks over her shoulder, but maybe it is. Um, but at least she's eating more and feeling more confident and running around and playing with things, and it makes me happy. And he's playing right now, so he's happy. I just need to figure out a way to get him to eat a little bit less. So I'm like, how do I make sure she's eating enough that she's not worried about when she's going to eat or if she's going to be able to eat comfortably, or like if she's only going to survive off of a few bites today versus eating like until she felt like she was full or whatever. It's sad because I can't really like obviously you don't know what a cat's thinking or what an animal's thinking or reacting to or failing. You kind of just use your wits about it, but also observe. And Lord knows the first probably 2 months I had them, I used to just not sleep until they would sleep because I was observing. I just wanted to make sure because he was so sick. He was so sick. And I used to try to like wipe the stuff out his eyes, even though like I couldn't find anything online telling me that I should. Every time I would look, they would say not to do it, but he couldn't open his eye. And she would help. She would like lick it off of him. My pobrecito, she was taking care of him. My babies.